All right, so let's look at firecalc.com to show the absurdity of Scott Burns that you need 7.8 million to live on 89,000 a year for the rest of your life. It's all right. So let's just go to it. All right, so here's firecalc.com, and I had put a link in the show notes about Scott Burns' article, the video I just did about is Scott Burns ever right? All right, so this is firecalc.com. Hey, sweet, they updated it on April 11th. Fantastic. Huge fan of Firecalc. You should donate. They used to have a donate button here. Where was it? I tried donating to them about 10 years ago, and I can't see a donate. All right. But anyway, maybe it's on here, but it didn't go through. It's weird. All right. All right, so let's run this. This is firecalc.com. Let me see if I can make it bigger. There we go. All right, cool. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go to spending models. And we're going to go to Bernicki's reality retirement plan model. All right, so that's what we're going to use. Here's Scott Burns to say constant spending, 89,000 the first year, just for inflation, blah, 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 blah. That's silly. We're going to do with Bernicki's. If you are 56 or older, the spending would be reduced immediately. So we'll just say you're 60 years old. All right, that's what we're going to say. And let's hit submit. All right, oops, that's not where I want to go quite yet. So bear with me just a second. Now we're going to go to other income spending. All right, so we're going to not even use Social Security. And we're not going to have any pension. All right, cool, good. We had no Social Security. Good, good, good. All right, so we're not going to have any pension. Your portfolio is what we want. And we are going to go mix total market between, all right, we're going to do 5-year treasury. And we're going to do percentage. We're going to do 5-year. Okay, percent of your portfolio is equities. All right, so we're going to do 50% in equities, which will be, we're just going to do U.S. S&P 500. I guess is using the S&P 500. Okay, cool. So we're just going to use total market, split between equities and fixed income. There we go. 50% the 5-year treasury and 50% in equities. And I imagine it's going to be S&P 500 because it go back to 1871. All right, so does that make sense? All right, so let's see what we got here. It's been a while since I've been on Firecalc. They used to have a donate button. I don't know what happened to it. I hope they're still, I love it. Maybe someone bought them out and they don't need to get money anymore. I don't know. Let's take a look. And notice they have a 0.81% fee already imputed in there for index funds. And what you'll see here is that, let's see, I got to go back. Hold on. We got to get rid of that. Bear with me just a second. We got to go back to start here. And we are going to sit there. 89,000 is our spending. And we're going to say we got 7.88. We're going to say, I'll say 7881000. All right. You ready? You ready for this? Boink. All right. So, following the reality retirement plan by Ty Bernicki, withdrawals after age 55 are reduced by 2 to 3% until the age of 76. Firecalc look at 120 possible 30-year periods in the available data, starting with a portfolio of 7.881 million and spending your specified amount, 89,000 a year. Here's how your portfolio would have fared in each of the 120 cycles. All right, so we have 30-year rolling time frames here. The lowest and the highest portfolio balance at the end of your retirement was 7.881 million with an average, and the highest was 59.9 million with an average of 26 million. Note this is looking at all possible periods. Values are in the terms of dollars at the beginning period plus each cycle, period for each cycle. For our purposes, failure means that your portfolio is depleted before the end of 30 years. We found that none of the 120 times did you ever deplete. And the reason for that is because spending is going down. All right, so 89,000 in year one is, we reduce that by 2% until you're 76 years old, minus 2%. That's 87,000 year two, and minus 2%. That's going to be 85,500 year three, and so on and so on. So you can see this right here. All right, so look, and that's out of 50, 5-year treasury, 50 S&P 500. So not only did you never run out of money, you had an average 26 million. So if you would have, oh, there we go. You can donate. All right, cool. I might have to do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on the front page. All right, so now that's the Bernicki model. All right, let's see if we go to spending models. They're just a good old-fashioned constant spending power. Future spending will be about the same as entered above, adjusted for inflation. This keeps the approximate spending power constant during your time of retirement. And let's take a look at this. All right, so here, did we change that around? Looked at, we never ran out of money here either. 89,000. Is that right? Hold on just a second. Did I change that? Yeah, constant spending. All right, CPI, that looks good. And so let's hit here. Let's get out of that guy. Boink. All right, let's hit this guy. Submit. It seems like I want to change something else around. Did I? Total market. Percentage of your portfolio's equities, 50%. Yep. Okay, good. Okay, good. 120 years because we're going back to 1871. That was good. All right, cool. So let's do that. We got spending models, CPIs, our inflation, constant spending power. All right, cool. And we'll hit submit and see what we come up with. Same thing. In this case, we never ran out of money either. Over 120 cycles. Now we're spending 89,000 on 7.89,000 on 7881000 million. That's again a 1.1% withdrawal rate. Why would you do that to yourself, man? It doesn't make sense. You look at all the money you're leaving to your kids. I'm flummoxed why. I don't understand the idea of just living off your dividends and not touching the principal. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense. All right, so let's go back and say we have we'll take 5% off. So we got 7.881 million, and you can make this. It really matters not. It's gonna be $394,000. So let's just make this a little bit more realistic. We're gonna say we have 780,000. There you go. Let's do that. 780,000. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of one of these zeros here. Boink. And instead of 89,000, we're going to need, so 788,000, we're going to times that by 5%. That's 39,000 a year. Is that right? So 788,000, 788,000 times 0.05, yes, 39,000 a year. So let's see how long 39,000 a year could last on that at 5%. And we have failure of the 120 possible 30-year periods, we would have failed 48 times. All right, so that's a success rate of 60%. All right, well, that's with a constant spending power. All right, so even that is pretty good. I mean, even that. So if we go back to the Bernicki model, we say, okay, but what if we change our spending where we're going to reduce our spending? Let's click this. I bet we don't ever run out of money. And lo and behold, we don't, because we're spending reduced. You see, you guys can't see that. All right, so here's how your portfolio would have fared of the 120 cycles. You would have your ending balance. You start with 788. You spend in 5% a year. Your ending balance would be 525,000, which is less than you started with, but you spent 5% a year to 4.14 million with an average of 1.42. So essentially, your average ending balance would have doubled over the historical 5% withdrawal rate. It's a 50-50 portfolio if we use the Bernicki thing without ever running out of money. All right, so let's just say we split the difference with old Scott. We'll say, okay, so if we don't do the Bernicki, we just do the straight spending. All right, so we're going to do spending models. We don't do the Bernicki, we just do constant spending power. All right, so we have a constant spending power, and we run out of money 40% of the time. All right, so we have 120 cycles. 48 of those cycles, you ran out of money. 48 divided by 120. We ran out, so 40% of the time. All right, so I mean 60% of the time we had money with a constant spending adjusted with inflation with a 5% withdrawal rate. All right, let's say that's too much, but Bernicki's is too little. All right, so now we're sitting there back and saying, okay, so Bernicki's is too little. We never ran out of money. We'll split the difference. That means 80% of the time at a 5% constant adjusted rate not constant, but we'll say we're going to split the difference between half of Bernicki's and half of the constant rate. We have an 80% success rate. That just seems pretty good to me, man. That seems pretty good. At 5% withdrawal rate, we'll say half of the rate of inflation, essentially, because Bernicki has this reducing money, the other one's constant, so we're going to say we're splitting the difference, half the rate of inflation. That looks pretty good. So why is, You don't need, I mean, that's the thing. It's crazy to sit there. I don't understand why people say we have to have this constant spending, especially Scott Burns of all people. Why are you doing that? I just don't understand it. It's weird. And here's a guy who says, the science says, well, look at the BLS. It's frustrating me. Anyway, take heart. Take heart. You're probably going to be okay. And I don't care about some Riley index. I don't care about the Joneses. I just care about you. Are you going to be successful? I don't care what that guy's doing. I don't care what Pablo's doing. I just care about what you are doing. I will see you.